My friends, welcome once again to GoldenEye SpeedLore. This is part of the special sort of mid-year episode I'm doing on Aztec, which, as you can tell if you've seen part one, is simply too vast to do only one episode on. And the first episode I did, if you haven't seen it, go watch that first, is from the years where the game was first released until about 2005, and I left off on this run in particular. Henrik Norgren's Aztec 00 Agent 155. We watched this at the end of the last episode, so it's exactly where we left off. A crazy run, and you're going to see Henrik basically lure this guard and a couple other guards. He's going to stand on this mainframe as it's closing, go to the glass. The guards are going to remember him being at the glass. They're both going to try to enter the same position. They can't. A guard will go around another guard to open the glass. This bypasses having to kill Jaws for the key card, and on you go. And then you have to program. The second objective is to program the data upload. Then you just go and hide for 30 seconds as the level fades out. A lot of crazy stuff happened in episode 1 up until 2005. And basically what Henrik did with this run is it sort of ended an era where Wouter had the Untied sweep and the sweep on this level. Wouter Jansen, dominant player back in from 01 to 03, 04 or so. Henrik Wouter's Aztec time stood up greatly over the course of the years, and it felt like a long time. Having a year Untied sweep back then is a long time. And Henrik, with this run, sort of ended that reign. Now, it wasn't Henrik's 15500 that actually did it. This was achieved on February 19th, 2005. 15500. But just before then, actually, if you glance at the records page here, Dan Cervone actually tied Wouter's Secret Agent 145, a few days earlier. I think it was 4 days earlier, on February 15, 05. So you can really see where we left off, at the end of 04. Wouter had 135, 145, 156 untied records, and now his records begin to fall. Begins to be the beginning of the end of the reign of Wouter Jansen on Aztec. Okay. So, where do we go next? Now, there was an interesting story where sort of a crazy man named Trent Hovis was a top GoldenEye player. He actually tied Henrik's 155 within days. And both the runs were sort of immensely flawed. So we were kind of in an era where anyone who was decent could maybe have a chance at improving this stuff. Wouter's era was starting to get exposed, but not exposed as much as it would be with this man. A gentleman by the name of Ilari Pekkala, who some of you will have known, certainly mentioned him, featured him in the Facility episode of SpeedLore. Ilari came to the Elite in 2004. And Ilari, was the first to beat levels on Dark License to Kill, which is the 007 mode with maxed settings. 10 headshots to kill a guard. Any shot hit kills you. Ilari was the first person to tie Dan 53. A great player. And really, this was sort of the start of Ilari's reign. And Illu was so... What's the word for this? This whole episode, you'll see, is about this man and his journey through Aztec. So watch this run and enjoy. This was Illu's first sort of entrance to Aztec. October 17, 2005, 00 Agent. The record was 155 by Henrik and Trent. We're going places that you may not expect. That's for sure. Oh yeah, you will never see Jaws again. Tastes good. So a really good lure. A bit of slowness in this run, but a pretty well executed Aztec double run. Certainly a little bit more executed, a little bit more well executed than Henrik's 155. And you're gonna see the intensity really take a rise in the final 30-second countdown here. Crazy run. Yeah, Illu put in this song Forever by Camelot, I guess, at the end of that run there. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have to have dubbed that over, but the link will be in. If you look in the description, I have all the links, all the videos I show. You can find it there. 154 Aztec 00 Agent. Just a really, really solid run. Just a truly solid, a truly good run. So, you guys get a little bit of a live privilege there. Okay, so where do we go from here? Well, Illu, I mean, Illu also would untie Secret Agent. You can see there he's got 144 Secret Agent, 154 00 Agent. And pretty good records. The 154, I couldn't find any video existing of that. Fear not, because there are plenty more videos to come. You got the 154 actually the next day. So we got the 154 on October 1705. October 1805, he got 144 Secret Agent. And again, it sort of fits the mold of, you know, Secret and 00 being 10 seconds apart. An interesting thing to keep in mind here is that, like, okay, so the way Aztec's sort of been developed to play is that on Agent, you go all out. You're going to skip the body armor, you're going to run the rooms, you're going to go crazy. On 00 Agent, you're going to play very, very reserved. Extremely reserved. You're going to take your time shooting and killing extra guards. You're going to get the body armor every time. Secret Agent is a little bit more, what do we do, how do we play Secret Agent? So that'll come up a lot as we explore these next few runs. Now, Bryan Bosshardt, the really all-time legend of GoldenEye, early 06, perhaps this was his greatest mistake, was going after Illu's Untides here. So we ended 05 with Wouter's 135 still intact. Now that's 2.5 years old almost. Illu has 144 Secret Agent and 154 00 Agent. It's March 14, 2006, and Boss is looking to do some damage here. You can see it's a very, very clean, speedy run. Well, it's interesting, Cardinal, because, yes, he is the Strapmaster himself, but you'll see how that goes for him in the next little while. So, Boss is taking out that console, and Boss is trying to live on Secret Agent with no body armor, and that's where he's saving a bunch of time. Really, it was the first time anyone's really gone for this. Obviously skips, like, probably close to 5 or more seconds. And so that's how he got the 143, even though he was a little bit careful and reserved with his aim on the guards in the, you know, in the main areas. Yeah, Ghost Health survives the vents. 143 Secret Agent beating Ilari Pekkala's 144 untied record. Okay. So, one of the most interesting parts of GoldenEye, or speedrunning to me, is rivalries that form, stories that form. Look, nobody, or people would get bored quickly if there were no personalities, no stories to be told, and just nothing other than the gameplay. You know, after 20 years, it gets a little bit just dull. But what makes this story so intriguing is Illu's response to this. Illu went mad. Illu went utterly mad. Okay? 5 days after Boss tied his, or beat his Secret Agent record, Boss cut 1 second down. There's no other way to describe it than just true and utter madness. So now the records are 135, 143 by Boss, 135 by WR, 143 Boss, 154 Illu. That's actually kind of cool, because it's like an untied sweep, but it's, all 3 players are different, right? So, it's very rare in GoldenEye to see that, but that was one example. It wouldn't last very long. Okay. 6 days later, Illu started playing Aztec again. The run I'm about to show you is maybe my favorite video. No, it's one. Okay, I'm about to show you a lot of my favorite videos, but this is one of my favorite videos in GoldenEye history. It's Illu's next run. It's on Double Agent, I'll tell you that. The record was 154, remember that? I'm gonna have to mute it for YouTube. The video is actually on my own channel. I uploaded it 2 years ago because I love the video so much, and a lot of Illu's vids aren't on YouTube. You know, a lot of GoldenEye players will put some crazy songs in their vids. This is just fun. This is just enjoy, guys. 5 days after Boss beat Illu's Untied. there we have it. 152 double agent Ilari Pekkala. A couple days after Boss took away one of his Untieds. Now the thing is, Boss still had the secret agent Untied 143, but this is the beginning. Okay. The crazy thing is, as much as I love that run, as much as one of my favorite runs ever, Illu actually beat it, getting 150 double agent the same day. The next day, Illu got this run on double agent. And, you know, on the 152 you can see some errors, especially in the black room. Some, like, steps behind guards and missing a few shots. Illu only went for 20 assault rifle bullets here. Just really, really strong, beautiful kills here. Just beautiful. Pretty much, you know, some of the stuff could have been maybe slightly a little bit faster, but Aztec 00 is so difficult to live, and it's such a rarity to get a run with the glass open. Like, he knows he's on an insane pace here. He knows he's on an insane pace. A truly insane pace. We're gonna hear the best sound GoldenEye here. Oh, all the guards kneeling perfectly away. 2 boosts, almost full health. Oh, and then he gets really harassed there. JC Denton, sometimes you just get in the zone. You just want to play. You're just in the flow. You want to play this level. A little bit of a boost behind the corner there. Not too problematic. A little bit of stuck there. So I mean, you can clearly see the run is a lot better than his 152, his 154, but there's still, you know, there's still room for improvement. Again, though, I really can't take away how good these runs were at the time. So difficult to survive. And like literally, you've been playing Aztec 00 for 5 hours. You're probably getting no completions. You're probably, on any run with the glass open, you're probably dying in the big room. So the record, you know, the record went to 149. So, to reiterate, in 2 days, Illu got 3 untied records on Aztec 00 and dropped the time 5 seconds. The next best after him was Henrik and Trent's 155s. So he had a 6-second untied. Okay. Illu wasn't done. Boss spurned this on by getting 143 Secret Agent. Illu said, I will play Secret Agent. I think he missed the first guard in the first room, actually. It was kind of crazy. This run was 6 days. 6 days after his 149 double agent. So we'd quick pausing there. Go to the glass. A beautiful pause. Dude, that was so clean. That was unbelievably clean. Illu doing the same strat as Boss, doing the sort of opposite side console blow, skipping the body armor. Uploading the data. Oh! Only got hit twice in the big room. Ooh. So remember, just 12 days before this was done on March 26, 06. 12 days before Boss had untied the level 143, beating Illu's 144. Illu said, "No, boss. This is my level. 142. Another beautiful untied." So now the records were 135 by Welder on Agent, 142 Illu and on Secret, and 149 on Double Agent. So the natural progression now is Illu says, well, Welder's 135 has been untied for 2.5 years. It's time someone took care of that. And so he did. 2 days later, on March 28th, Illu would tie the 135. The following day, Illu did this. So you can see on Agent, where you have the most health, the guards do the least damage, rather. You just run for it. You don't care about ammo. You don't care about health. You just run for it. You just go balls out. And balls out is exactly what Illu's doing here. Really good backup. Some more quick pauses. That's 5 total quick pauses he did. Beautiful glass. Great, dude. Not getting stuck in that guard there was insane. I'll go back and rewatch that part. Just going right to the console. See, you can live with 2 bars of health on Agent. Because your last 2 bars of health count as 4 bars of health on Agent. It's kind of crazy. The damage gets even reduced. He missed the upload. Oh my god, no health. Makes it to the vents. Somehow. Pretty good stuff. Ilari Pekkala, Aztec Agent, 134, beating the record set by Welder that stood 2.5 years. Illu had now the untied record on all 3 difficulties: Agent, Secret Agent, Double Agent, an untied sweep on Aztec. An incredible feat. 134, 142, 149. And those runs I showed you, so dropping the double record from 154 to 149, untying Secret Agent, and untying Agent, that all happened within 9 days. 10 days. March 19 to March 29, 06. Unbelievable. Now, in 06, you know, I've shown you guys the rankings at various points. 06, you know, Boss really took the charge ahead of Welder in 04. And 05, Boss kind of cruised through. There were some new guys coming in, like Dan Cervone and Illu. But Boss had it pretty easy. And Illu, for the first time, was putting pressure on Boss to, like, maybe have to defend his title. Illu was rising the rankings very quickly. I mean, Boss, you get burned out. You get nervous, you get like, oh my god, this guy's gonna, you know, all these kind of feelings come through. So, Boss hadn't played GoldenEye. Boss's last PB We're now a few months in the future in June 06. Boss hadn't PB'd in GoldenEye since his Aztec Secret Agent 143 3 months ago. And that's a lot, like, in this era, guys were PBing every single day. Literally every single day. Improving time. You know, it was a much more fluid game. Things were less refined, optimized, so you could PB for, you know, very, very quickly. But Boss hadn't PB'd for 3 months. And it's extremely relevant that because Boss actually had been grinding some Banjo Tooie single stage record attempts. This is Boss playing Ordnance Storage, Banjo Tooie, and you know, Illu was there just desecrating the Aztec stage, and Boss was here playing Banjo Tooie. This is extremely rare footage, by the way, extremely rare. Now, a lot of guys tell me that I should try this because apparently the control style you have to play this minigame in is exactly like 1.1 in GoldenEye, which I'm, you know, by far the highest ranked player uses 1.1 in any capacity. So Boss told me at the time, like, oh, Goose, you would be really good at this. And Illu's told me a similar leading up to this episode. I have no idea what you have to do. Absolutely no idea what's going on. But maybe I should try it someday. It looks like you have to hit these ordinances, and then, you know, you gotta there's a timer in the bottom left counting seconds, and yeah, I guess you got 65, and that was pretty good, stranger. That's a rootin' tootin' new record. So there we go. Pretty good run by Boss there. But he was the champion. He was the champion of GoldenEye. He wasn't around. There's a couple runs I have to... We're going to get into some serious, crazy stuff here. There's a couple vids I have to show now to get into it. I've talked a little bit about this one in one of my videos, Top 5 Longest Standing Untied Records video, because Illu got this record. And this is not Aztec, by the way, but it sets things up very importantly. It was one of the records at which I was the most shocked to ever see. I remember vividly being in an 11th grade accounting class. I knew Illu was going for the time, and seeing him finally getting posted in the world record topic just blew me away. I went home to watch the video after school, and I was just... It was insane. And this is really one of Illu's first sort of cinematic presentations that really would have a massive influence on the years to come. Damn Secret Agent 117, truly. It really is maybe, like, we're gonna watch a lot of the best GoldenEye vids of all time tonight, but this is one of them. And the music is just so intense. And the time seems so unfathomable. Unfathomable, you know? I think 118 at the time was only by Cervone and Illu. So, on a level that's so straightforward, to get us untied, you know, basically a 2-second untied, if not for Cervone, it's unfathomable. Yeah, 117 is still considered extremely good today, and this is in 2006. I don't have 117. I have 118. 11 years later. Yeah, the thing is, grab apples is Illu never even posted this stuff to YouTube. It was all uploaded to a private server. And and really just the Eliters saw it. Just the community. Look at these alarms. Look at this. No, it's just unbelievable, this run. watching that at its original time when it was achieved on June 8th was just 06. I literally may, I mean, it's been 11 years. I may always remember going, like literally, we were in 11th grade accounting. We sit in the back of the class. I was with some fellow screwballs, you know, who, you know how high school is. We all had similar experiences, I'm sure. We were playing Mario Golf on emulators and, you know, Family Feud, other nonsense. And I remember checking the Elite forums, seeing the last post was Illu in the world record topic, and I knew, just seeing that update on the front page of the Elite, what it meant. It meant he got 117, but I didn't want to believe it because it was such an unbelievable time. I clicked, I saw 117, it was... I'll probably always remember that as long as I live. Really. Okay. So. No, he didn't do it on a fresh file. If he did, you would see new cheat available up here. And that is kind of like a swagger thing some players do when they go for a new time. They do on a fresh file, but did not happen here. So now Illu followed this up. The record on Damn 00 was 2 minutes. This video is really, really, really a masterpiece. It's highly regarded in the community. This was 2 days later. Damn 00, 2 minutes of record. Certainly Boss and Chervone had it. I want to say Illu had it. We just have to enjoy this, really. And so, the premise is that Illu's there playing GoldenEye. Boss is away playing Banjo-Kazooie. And Illu makes this video. Sub 2! Oh my goodness, Illu. You guys know now. I mean, you've seen enough Damn 00. That boost is not necessarily what you want. Well, I mean, Illu, you know, Illu, in the beginning of his vid said, you know, he was the first to get sub 2, untied, and really just taking digs at Boss for having retired. And sometimes you gotta watch yourself, you know. Damn 00159, pretty good time, Illu. There we go. Damn 00 Agent 159, a truly amazing video. Unbelievable. Okay, so that was done June 10th, 2006. Yeah, that was remarkable. That was remarkable. And, I mean, Boss took a little while to recover, like, absolutely. It's how can you after that happens to you, you know? So the thing is, like I was gonna say, is sometimes though you have to check yourself before you wreck yourself. And the interesting thing is that actually motivated Boss to start playing GoldenEye again. Boss was like, I cannot tolerate being made fun of by Illu. Boss came back a week later or so. He got Archives 55s, the record at the time. He got a remarkably insane record, Runway 0037. I'll probably do an episode on that level. I think maybe episode 9 I want to do Runway 00. The next day, Boss got Damn Secret Agent 118, just off of Illu's 117, and then very shortly after, he got Damn 00159. So this run you just saw was untied for less than a month, the 159. Boss wouldn't take it lying over. Okay. So, what happened next? Well, Illu, I mean, the games became his life. I remember I spoke a little bit about in Train, how Carl reacted when the games became his life, took over his life. And I think Illu was going through a lot of the same. Illu was in his early 20s, probably spent the majority of his time playing GoldenEye or Perfect Dark, and just feeling the pressures of, like, if other things in your life aren't as you wish, you sort of blame it on the speedrunning. And this was extremely common back years ago. This is something that a lot of probably modern speedrunners, people who joined in 2012 or 13 or 14, will never know because there's so many social aspects of speedrunning now. But this was huge. This happened all the time back then, especially the really top tier ones. Illu was going through, he started going through a bit of a hard time. He really did. And you could see it in his video editing from here on out. The next video I'm about to show you is another level completely. It's, it was one of the longest standing untieds when he got this time. It was. And Illu, sort of after that damn untied spree, shifted his focus to some of the more... he was tidying up some levels. He was playing Silo. He's never had a record on Silo, but kind of got some improvements there that were, like, okay. You know, kind of improved some frigate times that were okay. He's never had a record on frigate either. So, spend the next few months not doing too much of, like, world record importance. But he was still playing. I don't fully know what to expect with this video. Illu, I talked to Illu before doing this episode, and Illu said this video is a mess. So let's watch it.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Bosshardt.
That end is wild. So Caverns 00142, Welder had it untied from about August 03, sometime in 03, until this run in August 06. So 3 years untied. It was one of the longest standing untied records at the time. So very impressive run by Illu here. Caverns double agent. 142. I mean, a lot of people are asking, oh, would that pass for proof today? So, Illu literally made a video. This was called, he named this one his director's cut. So he uploaded the original, just the run, and made this separately and put it, uploaded that as well. Again, he wasn't using YouTube. He still isn't really. And he was putting this to a private server. It was his sort of way of just expressing, like, the struggles of speedrunning, the pressures you put on yourself. You know, he was just like, he felt something, you know? And this was his way of showing us, explaining to us his feelings when it came to speedrunning GoldenEye. Okay, so that happened in August '06, and he was starting to get a little bit burnt out at the time. He really was. So he switched to playing Perfect Dark. This happens a lot in the Elite. Someone's burnt out on one of the games, they'll switch to the other for a little while. Now, Illu did really, really well in Perfect Dark. Not too surprisingly. He got a lot of really good times, a lot of cool records, and really made a push for the top 10 back then in '06. And I think only one or two other people... Boss was the dual champion in '05. And I think I want to say maybe Randy... No, Randy would have met... Anyways, it's a very hard achievement to be top 10 in both games, and Illu did it. One of Illu's most played levels at the time was Defection. That was Illu's sort of masterpiece in a way. And, like, he was able to get untied records on Defection. And being able to get untied records in both games is, like, that's a pretty big deal, you know? Like, most people can't do it. It's reserved for the greatest players of all time. In 2006, no joke, there were 8 untied records in Perfect Dark. 8. Only 12 seconds were cut from the rankings. Illu got 2 of them. This is one. Just to illustrate the point, I'll show you this is one. This is Defection, secret, or special agent, rather. 34 seconds. If you liked Alex Anderson's Frigate 106 music, maybe you'll like this as well. This is going to use a lot of the falling through the building strats. One of the biggest game breaks found in speedrunning 20 years ago. You fall through, you punch Cass to get her necklace. Pull out the mines. Throw the ECM mine. Well, there is. You can see there's a lot of waiting to cutscenes on Perfect Dark just to get the right timing of guards and elevators. It's similar, but it's a much different speed game than GoldenEye. Fall through the building again, land on a spot to throw an ECM mine in. 34 seconds. Defection Special Agent 34. Untied record. Illu would also untie Defection Perfect Agent 124. That's equivalent to 00, 124. So 2 untieds. And those were 2 of the 8 that year. Perfect Dark really didn't have much play to it. People thought Perfect Dark was dead. And, I mean, that's a story for another time, but, actually, can I show this real quick? It didn't die too much, you know? If I click on '06, you see, like, that's it. There was 8 records that year. '07, yeah, Ace joined the Elite. Or, sorry, Ace started playing Perfect Dark. He got sent an NTSC console. It's a story for another time, but, Perfect Dark was far from dead. Okay. So, the question is, would Illu ever come back to playing GoldenEye? Would he? His Aztec sweep still stood. Oh man. Okay, I'm just looking at my notes here for this episode, and it's like, we've come so far, and there's still so far to go, guys. This is insane. After 3 or 4 months of playing Perfect Dark and getting to the top 10 and getting several great records, all of September, all of October, playing Perfect Dark, Illu released this video to the GoldenEye forums. This, no joke, if I have to pick my absolute favorite in all the madness of these videos, this one is it. This one's insane. And this one really shows sort of the inner dialogues and really what's rolling in Illu's mind. At this point in his GoldenEye and Perfect Dark speedrunning career. You defected. Why did you come back? Aztec Double Agent 147. Obviously a reference to him playing Defection, leaving GoldenEye, defecting away from GoldenEye to play Perfect Dark. This is the results of Illu's defection. It's like clearly like referencing just his life, you know? It's like trying to express it somehow about how like addicted he is to speedrunning and how it's like all he has at the time, you know? And it's like, in one hand you're reflecting this, on the other hand you still are doing it, you know? It like sums up so well, man. It really does. Illu was about 22, 23 at this point. Die Illu, you're finished. You'll never complete this run. Oh, it's just like... Just keep shooting indeed, Miles. That's exactly what these guards are doing. And so we saw this end screen. And we thought, could this really have happened? Did Illu actually get Aztec 147? Or is this all just the workings of a madman? You know, really, it's like what... He just drops this video. It's insane. We're like, what the hell, Illu, man? Is he back? And keep in mind, at this point, Illu hasn't PB'd in GoldenEye for about 2 months. Played Perfect Dark for 2 months straight. Okay, so we're like, what happened? Did he get 147? He didn't post the video of a theoretical 147. Only posted this. What could it mean? Well, it meant this. The next day, he posted this video, my friends. Really nice kill. Oh, that headshot. I'm making that headshot the thumbnail of this video, by the way. The thing is, like, you understand, like, this was his life, like, and there was no YouTube, there was no nothing. I mean, YouTube existed, but no one was using it. Illu was simply making these videos for the community. I'm kind of surprised how divided you guys are on these vids. Like, as someone who was there the whole time, I loved them. Like, they were insane, in a good way. You are, Falsey, you are seeing a man go through a crisis on screen, absolutely. And it makes it so compelling. So compelling. Look how fast that pause was. The quick pausing he did in this run was fantastic. That's really what gained him a ton of time in this run. A little bit of damage off that drone, which kind of sucks. Kevin, he was 22 or 23, didn't have, like, you know the speedrunner's tale, like, didn't have much in the way of jobs, prospects, relationships, and the game is all you have, you know, and you love it, but you also resent it. I don't want to answer that question falsely until the end of part 3. There it is, his 147. The music is so insane. Like, it's just too good. There you go. Okay. So, Illu Untied, Aztec, Double Agent, again. Again. That was what now, his 5th Untitled Aztec 00? Yeah. Okay. So that was done November 9, 2006. 2 days later, my friends, he played Agent and got this run. This is so cool. Like, that's such a cool intro, man. This run is so fast. Oh my god. Oh, beautiful glass. No, Ishkar. Boss, at this point, had returned to GoldenEye. He sort of took a lot of time off. I think he was finishing school or something. But Boss, you know, wasn't still playing Banjo, that's for sure. Yeah, Boss was only playing during his, like, Christmas break and Thanksgiving break. I remember now, for sure. So, Illu opting now, and you'll see this evolve. Illu opting to hide out here in the last 30 seconds instead of the vents. Yep. No vents. And, to this day, it's still like, where do you go? You'll see this come up, again, yeah, the Carl position, it's true. .133 untied record, beat his 134. That shot's sick. I asked Illu about this video recently, and he said he wanted to show at the end sort of what it felt like to get a record, and jumping up and slamming the basketball in and having the glass blow up was to him what it felt like, going through the grind and succeeding. My friends, the next day Illu got this run on Secret Agent. Of course, you know, he needed, he untied 00 again, untied Agent again. Couple quick pauses, another quick... Oh, that was a sick quick pause. Full health, Secret Agent. More quick pauses. The glass. Not going for the alternate side. Just winging it this way. Interesting variation to the strat here. Oh man. Oh man. Makes it back into the vents. I think the reason he decided to go not into the vents on Agent and to the vents on Secret Agent is because Agent can leave more guards alive. So it's more chaotic. And, the vents can be more hectic. On Secret Agent, most of the guards are dead. You have only a couple come to visit you in the vents, so it's a little more manageable. Oh man, insane. Aztec Secret Agent 141 untied record. He improved 00 to 147, Agent to 134, and Secret Agent to 141. Illu's second untied sweep on Aztec. So if we're to look at the records at this point in time, you're going to see Illu untied sweep on Aztec. Pretty impressive. Pretty cool looking back. I mean, Boss had one on control. Henrik had one on train. I almost had one on silo. I did eventually get it. So a lot of great players making some really great runs, you know, and things happen. So that's how 2006 ended. Those runs, again, were in late 06 in November. I don't know what to do here. You know what? This is going to be insane, I think. In the beginning of 07, Illu played... I mean, you guys can tell. You guys can sort of see already what we're getting into in this video with some fake AIM. AIM, AOL Instant Messenger, was the messenger of choice back then in the Elite. We were all on AIM, and so, you know, editing in these conversations was pretty cool into the videos. Illu mostly played Perfect Dark again at the beginning of 07, got a lot of records again, a lot of good times, climbed his way back up the rankings. But Illu decided in May or so, you know, he dabbled in GoldenEye, but he just got the bug. In May 2007, Illu decided, I'm going to play Aztec again. Why? He still had an untied sweep. Nobody knows why. Why would he why would he try to... Illu could not possibly improve his untied sweep again, could he? Watch this video. I'm going to step away from the computer for a second. This video is 6 minutes long. I'll be back before then. You guys, I don't even know what this is. You guys enjoy.
Hi. I'm just celebrating my Untied on Aztec Secret Agent.
An untied?
drinking some Swedish carrot juice. My controller, not that worn out, a little bit. I hold it the standard way, it's just like this. Reach B, A with this, nothing special. Looks like the TV closed, so I'm gonna open it again. Okay, you can close the light.
Really nice first room. See, I think some of his quick pauses actually are failing, because you have to be all the way out of the pause for it to succeed. So if the ammo doesn't come back on screen, you're still in the previous pause. So it's not a fresh quick pause. I think I've seen a lot of his runs where one of the quick pause fails. I mean, it doesn't, you know, they're still untied, so it's not like it's a massive problem for him, but... Really nice, like, just, this is a very smooth run. Oh my god, how did he frickin' get out of that? That was madness. Just, this is like a really crisp, sometimes the webcam recordings just feel more crisp for some reason, you know? I think Illu's like capture devices must have just broke at the time or something like that. That's a really good way to put it, Kevin, yeah. Sometimes that's how you gotta do a run. You just have to blow through it all. Aztec Secret Agent 140. Months after his last and his second untied sweep, Illu had untied Aztec Secret Agent again.
Yeah, there you have it, 140. Sorry about the thing on the Egypt run before, by the way. If I scared anyone, I was kinda in a weird mood. It happened, sorry.
Part of me wants to go find this Egypt run. I'm not going to. If I find it, I'll link it or something, but I honestly, oh my god, let's see this. Yeah, no, it's definitely not, he doesn't have the original one uploaded anymore. Anyways, he obviously had some failings with his capture equipment at the time, and that's why he recorded in, in Marc Rutzou Vision. Okay. So the question, again, we're in May 2007. The question again, my friends, goes, can Illu possibly untie Aztec 00 and Agent again? Can he get a full untied sweep again for a third time? I'm about to show you two vids. Both of these vids are pretty simply edited. This one is simply edited. It has a song in it that I can't share with you on YouTube if you're watching. Again, I know people like the perks of the live chat. I'll link to the video in the YouTube description. You can find it right there, so don't worry. The song is Can't Touch This. This is Illu's Aztec Double Agent run from May 2007. Aztec Double Agent 145 cut off another 2 seconds from his previous Untitled record. Insanely well executed run, insanely clutch run. Unbelievable. Truly a masterpiece of a run. So, he untied Secret Agent again. He untied 00 Agent again. Could he possibly untie Agent again? June 3rd, 2007. I really resent having to mute this one. This one is amazing. Again, the video will be in the description. Aztec Agent, the record's 133. Illu is going with some classic Swedish music here. This is Beautiful Life by Ace of Base to Illu's Aztec Agent run from June 3rd, 2007. Enjoy. Okay, so the rest of the video just more It's a Beautiful Life, and it just like is, you know, Illu using Movie Maker effects, embedding his face, and more Movie Maker effects. But there's a couple things to note on that run. The first one being this sort of new strategy. Illu decides he's going to pause past the drone gun. So when he pauses, he gets boosted twice, which moves him forward during the pause. So you take damage, but you're moving forward during the pause, which is a very clever strategy. And I don't think he used it in his 133, so that's like the first time that's been used. And that's an agent-only strategy. And then, yeah, for some reason, Jaws gets alerted, so he's starting to run around the back here. He's going to come around this way in a few seconds. I guess he heard Illu shoot too much, and so he comes. I mean, Illu had some health to play with, right? But that's obviously still, like, horrifying. Yeah, I mean, Illu, a bar and a half, so it's not like, that's like 6 shots an agent. But the fact Jaws heard him and came down was just, oh my god, insane. And Illu just runs off and, like, calmly, like, figures it out. Like, what's he gonna do? Unbelievable. So, okay. Aztec Agent 133. Illu's third untied sweep on the level. Just imagine, you know, Wouter was the king. Illu got some untieds. Some other people beat his time. Then he goes, 1 untied sweep. Takes a break for a few months. Comes back. 2nd untied sweep. Breaks for a few months. Comes back. 3rd untied sweep. I hate to tell you guys. It doesn't make sense. Some things in life, they don't make sense. Those runs I showed you from May and June 07. Illu took the summer off. Got a few records here and there, but wasn't playing every single day. On September 29, 2007, Illu got this run. Double O agent. Some really very straightforward, clean shots there. 20 bullets. 1 crappy back boost there. That sucks. And the damage is not to be overlooked. A bar and a half gone. Another piece of damage there. Perfect kills. He skipped a guard there, dude. He let the guard live. He's going to kill the guard in the return now. Perfectly killed with crappy double O agent auto aim. Beautiful, beautiful quick pauses. Takes out the guidance data. Backs up. Console. More quick pauses. Glass open. 2 guards there. Really nice roll. Close the mainframe behind him. Blows it up. Pauses. Really fast pause. Gets the protocol data. Insane drone. Oh, the drone hit him twice. That's so damaging, dude. That's 6 bars gone. That's so painful. Glass. Hits it. 1 more hit. He's in the vents with no health. Like, it's just a mystery. Why would Illu continue playing after he already untied the level so many times? Why would he keep doing it? Guess the time, guys. This run was pretty nice. This was a nice time. Aztec Double O Agent 144. Illu's 7th untied record on Aztec Double O. 7th. Of course, Illu said, you know what? 3 untied sweeps on Aztec. I got the 00. Let's carry on, boys. Let's carry on. Aztec Secret Agent 139. I don't even know what this editing is. Yeah, the Secret Agent time was 140. And so now he's got 139. His previous sweep was 132, 140, 145. And now he's going at least 139, 144. Oh. Going on the left side, that's new for Secret Agent. Most of them would go from the right side. Again, skipping the body armor. Back boost. See, if you go on the left side, you get that back boost from the laser guard. 2 hits in the big room. Dude, living that is just like... You could do that 40 runs and not live any of them, you know? A 2-shot big room is... You can't get better. I don't think anyone's ever gotten a 1-shot big room. So to get the best possible big room with the least damage, and 1 more hit would kill him on a run like this. Oh! You can tell he's super nervous by the way he's playing this a lot less cleanly. Oh, it is. It's the most complicated level in the game, Jarvis. In a lot of ways. And I mean, this is 07 we're talking. It gets... $139. October 1st, 07. Now, the interesting thing was this is like... Illu obviously wanted to go for Agent to get a 4th untied sweep on Aztec. He really did. But all of October passed. You know, you got late September, you got the 144 00. October 1, he gets the 139 Secret Agent. All of October passed, and he did not get Agent untied. Very, I mean, who can blame him? It's insanely difficult. So hard. It took him a month and a half of grinding. He played a few other levels. A month and a half later, he got this run. And I remember at one point I asked him, like, Illu, what music are you going to put in these vids? And he was like, you know what? Sometimes you just let the run talk for itself. And that's what he did in these last few. Left the guard alive, just blasting through everyone at Agents with no regard for anything. The reverse triple quick pause. Such good health. 3 more quick pauses. Glass. Oh, double boosts. Pausing at the drone for boosts forward while pausing. Oh! And now Illu's going on some new mission over here for some reason. A new, you know, last 30 second spot. This one, I don't think we recommend this still. Yeah, that clearly cost him a full second Exco. That was the time I showed from 07 Eastwood TV. Maybe you've you know, Maybe there you have some of it. Aztec Agent 131. And so to end the calendar year 2007, the records were this. Aztec 131 Agent, 139 Secret Agent, 144 Double Agent. Illu had completed his 4th Untied sweep on Aztec. Ace had terrain now. Illu had jungle. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool stuff. And, man, what a blast from the past looking at these rankings. Illu's damn Secret Agent was still untied. A lot of, and actually that might come up in a couple moments, actually. But you can see how the rankings are starting to fill out. It's no longer just Illu challenging Boss. Now Clemens and Ace have very much arrived to the rankings. Very much their forces on the rankings here. Clemens and Ace. Well, that's actually a good point you bring up, Quirky, because some people, now remember in episode 1, some people were actually saying like, oh, well now Steven Jortia's claimed time of 131 has been achieved. Does this mean that, you know, maybe he actually got it? Maybe we should put it back on the rankings. And obviously that notion didn't last long. Everyone's kind of like, yeah, how about no, dude? Let's not put it back on the rankings. So only a few people were kind of suggesting it. But yeah, it is interesting because you have to remember, and I still know where I'm going to end this episode. We're, you know, I'm about 3/4 of my way through the tabs now. But you have to remember, Steven Jortia's claimed back in 02 that he had some sort of run where, you know, the guards were luring for the glass trick in this episode. We're luring the wrong guard. And so there's still this mystical potential. Maybe he was telling the truth, Steven Jortia's. This mystical man. This oracle of Aztec. And, who knows? Anyways, sort of there'd been enough sort of new people on board in the Elite that the 131 by Jortis was not reinstated just because Illu got 131. And, that was that. So, I did kind of foreshadow it a little bit. Clemens and Ace had arrived. Okay? They'd arrived. This is David Clemens playing Aztec Secret Agent. Now, you notice right off the bat, the way Illu would play it is he'd play the start like 00 Agent, and then he would skip the body armor. Clemens said, you know what? I think if I play the start like Agent, and then get the body armor, this might be faster. And we'll see how this run pans out for David Clemens here. A very fast, like he played like Agent. He got a super fast run, super healthy run. Just a really unbelievable run here by Clemens. And this is actually just after the new year, January 18, 2008. Gets the glass. I don't know why his audio is so quiet. It's kind of crazy, but you know, Clemens has never been the most. Clemens has never been quite the video maker that Illu was. So Clemens, you know, super fast run, goes for the body armor instead of skipping it, runs through the drones, and we're gonna have to see if this strategy paid off. He's super healthy still, can take probably 2 hits on this run before dying. Nice shot. Switches to PP7. Beautifully executed run. Would Clemens finally end the reign atop Aztec that Illu had seen for over a year and a half? Illu's record was 139. Clemens, Aztec, Secret Agent, 138. It seems like, yes indeed, an agent-style beginning with getting the body armor was indeed faster. Clemens had finally knocked Illu from the pinnacle of Aztec. Not only that, Clemens actually tied 144, the double agent record, the same day. And then a week later, he got this run on double agent. You know, Clemens is someone you never... If you ever hear Clemens is bearing down on a time you're going for, you're going to be concerned, because the guy is a madman. Clemens is truly an incredible player at this game. So this was a week later, was January 26, 2008. A very, very strong run and start. Oh, he almost messed up the pause there. Goes over to the glass. Yeah, so Clemens got 138 Secret Agent and tied 144 00 on the same day on January 18th, 06. Then 8 days later, a week later, he got this run. Now, interestingly, Clemens also... Okay. Clemens also tied Illu's damn 117 on this same day. So this was a pretty rough week for Illu. His 131 gets tied on, his 139 Secret Agent gets beat. His 144 00 gets tied. His damn Secret Agent 117 gets tied. And yeah, this run is this is something. Again, the record was 144. And Clemens, with that magnificent run, pinged it down to 143. Okay. So, I mean, that sucked for Illu. Literally, he lost 2 of his Aztec records, and his damn Secret Agent 117 got tied. He still had his Agent 131 untied. That was his last hold in Aztec. Now, this kind of becomes a common theme in these lores, is that Boss, Aztec Double Agent, was actually, in his career, it was at this point, the only level he had never had the world record on, I believe. Aztec 00. And Boss saw the time drop. Henrik had 150. Remember, Henrik had 155 at the beginning of this episode, and now it's at 143. So Boss has been seeing the time drop. Boss says it's now or never. I gotta get on this. I have to get the Aztec 00 record before it gets too low. And so this was actually only a couple days after Clemens untied the 143. It was actually the next day. It was January 27, 08. The next day. Boss, again, Boss is not someone you want to mess with. Well, C-Track, I gotta be honest. That prediction is quite the foreshadow, I gotta say. Some good quick pauses. Looks like you might have missed one of them. Again, okay, you know, some people might say, "Oh, missed quick pause." It literally might lose a frame. It's not a big deal at all on a level like Aztec. When there's, look at it, the triple crouching guard, double boost. Like, his pause here is probably, oh, that was such a fast pause anyways. It was probably not a problem at all. And like, that pause was already at max speed. Pretty low health though, 6 bars. So here's the thing, right? Boss had 6 bars of health and got back to the vents. So the theory is, maybe you can skip the body armor on Double O Agent. And you'll have to wait until episode 3 to see how that plays out. But it's been there. What if we skip the body armor Double Agent and you know, maybe survive somehow? Yeah, Boss's vents were pretty solid. And Jesse, you cannot cover Aztec in less than, you know, what's going to end up being 5 or 6 hours of lore, so. Boss nailed the Aztec 00143 in January 2708. So only Illu's Agent 131 remained. And it would only remain about a month longer. I hate to say it. Because again, at this point, a young gentleman who at the time would have been 12 years old, by the name of Rayan Isran, decided it's time for me now to get him on board and play Aztec Agent, and gets this ballistic run. Like, the guards he skipped there are absolutely mad. And some really nice quick pausing there. Really nice, like, distracting that one guard for a better chance of the glass opening. Beautiful. Runs through the fire, pauses in front of the drones. Well, it's true, Jarvis. I want to say, you know, Illu at this point, you know, he had enemies to the east, enemies to the west, enemies to the south. Illu was not having a fun time here, and yep, I have to say, this was the end for Illu. It really was. Illu would never get another Aztec record. Not to take away the fact he had achieved 16 Untides, 17 total records on Aztec. You know, pretty insane. And of his 27 career Untides, 16 were on Aztec. But with this 131 by Ace, Illu's reign as the Aztec King was done. Now, one other interesting thing I have to point out here was that, if you remember from episode... actually, a couple interesting things come up here. So, in episode 1, I mentioned how Boss came to the forums, and he came inventing the Aztec strat, having the open glass strategy. He figured out how to get guards to open it. Amazing. So Boss joined the forums with the name Aztec Strat Master. Because of Ace's 4 Untied... because of Illu's 4 Untied sweeps on Aztec, Boss was like, I can't call myself the Aztec Strat Master anymore. You know? Boss legitimately, sometime in 07 or 08, was like, Illu's so much better at me at this level. It's embarrassing to call myself the Aztec Strat Master when I have no records and Illu is slaying it. Boss dropped the moniker Aztec Strat Master and just went by Boss. Big Boss Man was always his perfect dark alias. So he just went by Big Boss Man. No, it's true. So to imagine him, like, Illu's domination for that year and a half, 2 years, was so strong that Boss was like, Boss had to change his username. Amazing. Okay. So, another interesting thing about this Aztec 131 is that this by Ace was achieved on February 29th, 2008. Now, Ace also tied Clemens' Secret Agent 138 on that day. So 2 records were achieved on February 29. That's really crazy to think about because that happens once every 4 years. And what this kind of led to happening was that at AGDQ 2015, we realized only one day on the calendar there were no records achieved. We looked back through the history books. And that day was January 23rd, for some reason. And so Jimbo came up with this cool idea that on January 23rd, 2015, we would all try for a world record, everyone in the community, and no one got one that whole day. So another January 23rd went by, now 18 years later, where there was no recorded world records achieved. We did it again in 2016, and finally then, Quexall hit a Surface 247 record, and Jez got Streets 111. So pretty good stuff. Finally broke the curse. But the fact that a record happened on February 29, 8 years before one happened on January 23rd, is just statistically incredible. And yeah, so now there is a record for every single day of the calendar year, including February 29. Okay. What next? What should I show next? Ace would tie Double Agent 143 the next day, March 1st. And now there was time for a little bit of a back and forth. This is David Clemens on Agent. And Illu just tied the 131. And Clemens is now going to have his run at Agent. And like this run is really like the cruise ship through a storm. This is a fast run. Nice glass. The triple crouch. And for some reason, Clemens decides to go over here. The opposite spot of Illu. I don't know where this meta evolved of like not going into the vents on some of these runs. But here it is. Clemens is 131. So at this point, you'll have Illu, Ace, and Clemens with 131. Clemens and Ace with 138. And the record is 143 on Double Agent. Beautiful run. Okay. Where now? That was on March 4th, 08, only 3 days after Ace tied the 143 00, Clemens' record with Boss. So, Clemens was not too happy about this. At all. Clemens decided to play Secret Agent to get Ace off his tail and try to avenge his 138, which has been tied. And this run is pretty... You would expect if he can get 131 Agent now, his Secret Agent time could get pretty damn good if he could get a run going. And this is a hell of a run going. Very, very fast run to the glass. Only 2 bars of health missing. Opens the console. Beautiful upload. Some boost. So Clemens will go for the body armor here. It is kind of crazy how, you know, Illu was skipping the body armor, getting, 140, 142, and Clemens would just completely dominate those times getting the body armor. It really shows you kind of like how complacent you can get on a level. You think like, oh, what I'm doing is fast. And you still, oh my god, that was, oh good lord, Clemens. That was pure chaos. And yeah, you just kind of get a little bit, you're not thinking of all the ways you could possibly save time. So again, this run was March 8, 2008. Ace had tied the 138 on February 29, only a few days earlier. Clemens needed to assert his dominance And with this run, that's exactly what he did. Look at the time, boys. Yeah, this run is actually mad for 2008. And so is the next one I'm going to show, but this one is mad. Aztec Secret Agent 136. So Clemens had 136, Ace has 138, Illu had 139. Remarkable. March 8th. Ace got this on Double Agent, though. So the record was 143, three-way tie. Clemens, Boss, and Ace. Illu now has 144, not the record. And on the same day where Clemens gets 136 Secret Agent, Ace gets this run on Double O Agent. I don't know what exactly was going on March 8th, 08, but some pretty wild stuff. No, I was wondering why that was Ace, but that's interesting. Well, I'm gonna actually go through the world record topic after this, so we'll see. Well, this is Ace's run, Jarvis. This is Ace's Double Agent run. Barely makes it. Yeah, Ace was still 12 years old, not quite 13. Getting, I mean, this, you're going to see a time. Remember Illu dropped the time from 155 to 144. Ugh, yeah, 140 Double Agent. Perfect Ace. Okay. So, at that moment in time, after that, the records looked like this, guys. 131 was a three-way tie. Clem had 136 Secret Agent, and Ace had 140 Double O Agent. And it's actually cool to look at the world record topic from back then, because you scroll up and it's like, okay, Ace, 138 Secret Agent, February 29. Ace, after 50 hours, same day, Aztec Agent 131. It's a few hours apart, so clearly got the 138, then went back to play Agent, got 131. The next day, Ace, 00143, Silo. Clemens, Die to Hell. Aztec, 131, ties it a couple days later. Clemens, Aztec, Secret Agent 136. So Ace is claiming that Clemens had to wait 3 days to post that on the forums. I didn't know that, but that's cool. Clemens didn't have a computer at the time, I guess. This is crazy. You know, the same day, Ace, Aztec 00141, 30 minutes of play later, Aztec 00140. It's really cool to see how the forums have this stuff all saved, and we can look back and see it now, all these years later. Okay. Where does that leave us now? I think I'm gonna... I really don't know if I'm gonna show one or two more runs. It's really hard to know. But again, the records, and this is how 2008 ended. 131, 136, 140. So, we're still almost 10 years old in the annals of GoldenEye history. Ace says, I got 141, 30 minutes later 140. At the time I didn't know Clemens had 136, so that was still 138. And Double O was only 2 seconds slower, and then after I got 140 and went to the forums to post it, I saw Clemens at 136. So a 4-second difference. I felt bittersweet because I was far more impressed with Clemens' Secret Agent 136. I totally understand that. Definitely. I mean, and that's the thing. In an age where we didn't have Discord, or streams, this stuff was a lot slower to be revealed to the community. Well, Quirky, you're saying to end it with the cosmic one. And, of course, we all know GoldenEye, we all know the stories of things that happen and the characters involved. And, you know, again, we're now entering 2009. The records are as follows: 131, 136, 140. In the summer of 2009, a gentleman joined the elite, joined the rankings. He was inspired by some of Illu's fantastic Aztec runs. This gentleman, he caked a couple of the easy records: Depot 26, Archive 16, Runway, Secret Agent 23. And then this man turned his sights to Aztec. On Aztec 24th, 2009, this man got this run. He had previously, a couple days earlier, achieved the 131, the tie. He achieved the tie on Aztec 20th. We've renamed the month of August to Aztec, just so you know. And so on Aztec 20th, he got 131 4 days later. I imagine this run is pretty much just like Illu's 131 without the stuck in the big room. Oh, that was so clean a boost. Again, I don't know what's up with this sitting location. But yes, 2009, the month of Aztec. On the 24th day, this man achieved a truly remarkable run. You know, some people, if you ever know the Cowan Hames story, he called it, you know, the Reign of Darkness. The real Reign of Darkness began on this day. Aztec Agent 130, achieved by Dark Inkosi, Marc Rutzou. Marc had made his anointment to the GoldenEye community with this run, Aztec Agent 130. I can't leave the episode there, guys. I gotta show, I think, 3 more runs. 3 more runs. Clemens would not take this sitting down. Clemens would tie Marc's 130 the next day. Clemens said, no, 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 you don't. No way. Clemens would also, I mean, that's a speed bully. That's a speed bully. Marc joins the elite, gets a few good records, really focuses on Aztec Agent, gets an untied. Only Illu, Ace, and Clemens were 1 second off. Like, that's insane. And then Clemens just says, no. You, Marc Rutzou, no. I'm going to speed bully you. I'm tying your 130. And that was that. 2 months later, on October 25, 2009, Clemens would get this run. He would, this is on Double O Agent, a super, super fast run. Really nice glass opening. I mean, I don't know exactly what got into Clemens, but you'll see really, really strong pause through there. Get the body armor. That's very risky running through those drones. He only has 4.5 bars, which is insane. So again, this is sort of where the theory of being able to live without getting the body armor comes up. Another 2-hit big room. You know, those 2-hit big rooms are insane, insanely rare. Oh man, that's really risky. Clemens is really waiting for that guard. Like, Clemens just knew dead on when the guards were arriving in the rooms. He knows no one's coming from behind, clearly, which is like, man, how'd he know? Clemens really figured out where all the guards that are approaching the vents come from, and he knew that no one was coming from behind. So he was able to play it very safe. So, in October 2009, Clemens would tie Ace's Double Agent 140. A really good run. Now, Marc was obviously a little bit upset that Clemens tied his 130 agent. So Clemens had 136 untied on Secret Agent. So Marc said, no, Clemens, that time is not safe. And this was the beginning of really the Clemens and Marc rivalry, at least on some levels. Marc was still fresh. He had still only been in the community for a few months. But Marc said, no, your Aztec Secret Agent is not safe, dude. Marc not quite as confident in the vents as Clemens. I mean, that last run with the vents from Clemens was just insane. The guy is a beast. Yeah, Marc, this is the best... Ironically, this is the best quality Marc has ever had. And it was his first few months of being in the community. Okay. 136 Secret Agent. So, to end the year 2009, the records were as such. Agent 130, Marc Rutzou and David Clemens. Secret Agent 136, Marc Rutzou and David Clemens. 140, Ace and Clemens. And remember, this was 135 to start this episode. This was 145. This was 155. Okay. That ends 2009. There's one more run I have to show you guys before the night's through. Clemens was thinking, what did Steven Jortius do? What could he have possibly done to get a different guard to open the glass? I don't know what this quote is about in this run. You know what? I'm just going to play the original. I'm going to have to mute this one for YouTube. It's simply too good not to show. If you're watching, you got to end it by watching this on Clemens' channel. This run is... Just watch. Just watch. Aztec Agent 126. A 4-second untied. If you didn't pick up on it, Clemens decided, what if I can get this guard? You know, there's a bunch of guards in this black room here. What if I can get this guard on the other side of the mainframe? And have... You need 2 guards to open the mainframe door. Because the 2 guards think you're in the same spot. And the one goes around the other and opens the door. To get the glass door open. So you need 2 guards behind the mainframe door to come find you at the glass door. Clemens was like, what if I try this guard? He tried it. And it worked. And this is so picky. This is so picky. But it worked. And it saved immediately 4 seconds cut off Aztec Agent. This run was performed in January 3rd, 2010. A new era of Aztec speedrunning. Now watch this. He barely gets this in time. Barely slides that in. And then, no health. And like, this is the cockiest thing I've ever seen a GoldenEye run. You can't get hit with less than 1 second left, so Clemens jumps out into the, like... It's so cocky. It's so cocky. And, Clemens reaped the rewards. Thou shalt be thy, Aztec Agent 126. And, that, my friends, is where we're gonna leave the episode tonight. I don't even know what happens next. I'll have to look it up. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, I was thinking the name of the episode might be, I was thinking of naming it Illu's Defection. Because Illu really is the centerpiece of this episode. I want to reference him. Thou shalt be thy is pretty good, though, because it is Illu's quote. I don't even really know where it comes from. Illu, be in my way. What thou act is. Is there a maneth? See through that pattern, and thou shalt be thy. I have no idea what Illu was meaning there. I'm sure a lot of us witnessed sort of the evolution of Illu as a character this episode. So we'll see what I want to end up naming this part. But Clemens discovered a new way of doing the Aztec glass strategy, performed it on Agent. How is this going to play out on Secret Agent and Double Agent? You guys are going to have to watch part 3. Probably try to do it in a week or so. Before the end of the month, at least. To find out. And now it's 2010. We're getting close to the Twitch era and all this kind of stuff. And it's going to get pretty wild, guys. It is going to get pretty wild. So there you have it. The evolution of Aztec from 2005 to 2010. In 05, we were at 135, 145, 156. And now in 2010, we're at 126, 136, 140. Unbelievable. We're just partway there, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I can tell you guys enjoyed it here in Twitch chat. And, well, that's the thing, Mirks, is that... So, the strategy that Steven Jortiz spoke about, getting one guard, the wrong guard, to open the glass, it's sort of vindicated after 10 years. The thing is, Jortiz was insistent on, like, it being one guard. Sort of. But he was also kind of hoarding the strat secretly for God knows what reason. But it appears that if Steven Jortiz did actually complete some strategy on Aztec with a different guard lure to open the glass, it was this one that Clemens found here for 126. That doesn't mean Jortiz... I mean, the thing is this. How fast was that 126? Could Jortiz in 2002 have done a 131 with that strat? Probably not. 131's not bad with it. And, like, 131 with this strat is way better than the other stuff of that era. So, It's unlikely. We consider it unlikely George has actually got 131. But who knows? The strategy sort of was proven to exist. Sort of. I'll let you guys be the judge, I guess. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'm really glad you guys have seemed to really enjoy it. I hope the YouTube audience does as well. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. All the muted videos are going to be in the YouTube description, so you can check them out all there. I'll be back in about a week, just over a week, with part 3 to finish this Aztec spectacular and a new strats there, boys. It's going to be insane. So thank you all. Stay true. I'll see you in my next stream or video.